Close your eyes for a moment. You know English. You understand English. You can read English. But when it's time to speak, your mouth freezes. Your mind goes blank. Your heart beats fast. Your tongue feels heavy. And you ask yourself quietly, this story is for you. Because the problem is not your vocabulary. The problem is not grammar. The problem is not intelligence. The problem is simple. Your mouth is not trained. And today, that training begins. This is the story of Daniel. Daniel is 32 years old. He works hard. He is smart. He understands English movies without subtitles. He watches YouTube videos in English every day. But when someone speaks to him in English, Daniel smiles nervously. He answers in one word. He avoids long sentences. He changes the topic. Not because he doesn't know English, but because his mouth refuses to cooperate. Daniel has a secret fear. He is afraid people will laugh. Afraid of wrong pronunciation. Afraid of sounding stupid. So he stays silent. And silence slowly becomes a habit. One day, Daniel attends a small meeting. A foreign client is present. The manager looks at Daniel and says, Daniel, can you explain this? Daniel knows the answer. He has explained it many times in his head. But now, his mouth doesn't move. 5 seconds pass. 10 seconds. The room feels heavy. Finally, someone else speaks. Daniel looks down. And in that moment, something breaks inside him. Daniel thinks, I am tired of knowing English but not speaking it. I am tired of being silent. I want my mouth to listen to me. This is where the real journey begins. That night, Daniel searches online. He doesn't search how to learn grammar. He searches, why can't I speak English confidently? And he finds one powerful idea. The article says, you don't speak English because your mouth is not trained. You trained your eyes to read. You trained your ears to listen. But you never trained your mouth. Daniel reads that sentence again. And again. Something clicks. If you are listening right now, and you feel the same, then remember this. Speaking is a physical skill. Just like driving, swimming, playing a musical instrument. You don't learn it by thinking. You learn it by moving. The next morning, Daniel does something strange. He stands in front of a mirror. He looks at his face. And he speaks out loud. Slowly. I am learning to speak English. His voice shakes. But he continues. For the first time, Daniel hears his own English voice. Not in his head. Out loud. And it feels uncomfortable. But also powerful. While you listen to this story, your brain is learning. Your ears are learning. But your mouth? Your mouth is sleeping. Soon, we will wake it up. Daniel makes a rule. Every day, he must speak English for 10 minutes. Not perfectly. Not loudly. Just out loud. He speaks about simple things. What I ate today. How my day was. What I am feeling right now. Simple sentences. But spoken. Daniel stops many times. He searches for words. He repeats sentences. But something interesting happens. Each day. The mouth feels lighter. After this video ends, try this. Speak for 2 minutes about your day. No phone. No notes. Just your voice. Daniel notices something. His English sounds different from native speakers. Earlier, he felt ashamed. Now, he feels curious. He starts copying sounds. Not grammar. Sounds. Children don't learn grammar first. They learn sound first. Daniel understands. My mouth must learn English music. Daniel slows down. Very slow. He stops rushing. And suddenly, he speaks more clearly. Fast English is not fluent English. Clear English is fluent English. Something small changes. Daniel no longer hates his voice. He accepts it. And confidence begins to grow. Not big confidence, but quiet confidence. Daniel is still not fluent. But something has changed forever. He is no longer silent. And silence was the real enemy. On day 6, Daniel noticed something important. When he spoke English, he was still thinking too much. Thinking before every sentence. Thinking before every word. And thinking was slowing him down. Inside Daniel's mind, 2 voices fought. One voice said, "Speak quickly." The other voice said, "Check grammar first." And because of that fight, his mouth paused. Daniel understood. I don't need perfect sentences. I need moving sentences. Fluency is not accuracy. Fluency is movement. Even broken English that keeps moving is better than perfect English that stays silent. Daniel made a new rule. No long sentences. Only short sentences. Clear sentences. Instead of saying, I was feeling very nervous because I had many tasks and I was worried about mistakes, he said, I was nervous. I had many tasks. I felt pressure. Simple. Clear. Spoken. His mouth relaxed. His brain relaxed. Speaking became easier. As you listen now, notice. The sentences are short. The words are simple. That is intentional. This day changed everything. Daniel realized he was translating from his native language. Every sentence. Word by word. Translation is slow. Speaking must be fast. So Daniel tried something new. No translation. Only English thoughts. Even if small. Instead of thinking, what is this sentence in my language? He thought. Hungry. Tired. Need coffee. Small English thoughts. But real. You don't think in sentences. You think in ideas. Let English carry the idea. Daniel felt stronger. So he took a risk. He spoke English with a real person. Not long. Just a few sentences. Asterisk laughter. Asterisk judgment. Asterisk embarrassment. The other person listened. They understood. They replied. And nothing bad happened. Daniel smiled. The monster in his head was smaller than he imagined. People are kinder than your fear tells you. On day 10, Daniel made many mistakes. Pronunciation mistakes. Grammar mistakes. But something strange happened. Nobody stopped him. Nobody corrected him harshly. Conversation continued. Mistakes didn't end communication. Silence did. Mistakes mean I am speaking. And speaking is winning. Daniel noticed moments when words came automatically. Without thinking. Without planning. Short moments. But real. Repetition trains the mouth. Listening trains the ear. Speaking trains confidence. Together, they create flow. If you've listened to many English stories, your brain already knows patterns. We are now teaching your mouth to follow. Daniel starts telling small stories. Not big stories. Tiny stories. Today was busy. I woke up late. I missed breakfast. I laughed about it. Simple storytelling. Stories force. Asterisk sentence connection. Asterisk natural rhythm. Asterisk emotion. That is real English. Daniel is still calm. Still soft-spoken. But confident. He doesn't rush. He doesn't hide. Confidence is not volume. Confidence is comfort. Daniel speaks for 15 minutes straight. Not perfect. But continuous. No panic. No freezing. My mouth listens to me now. And he smiles. Daniel is not fluent yet. But he is free. Free from fear. Free from silence. If your mouth feels lighter now. If English feels closer. That means it's working. On day 15, Daniel noticed something surprising. English no longer scared him. The fear that once controlled his chest was quieter now. English stopped feeling like an exam. It started feeling like a conversation. And conversations are human. Fear doesn't disappear suddenly. It fades slowly. And today, yours is fading too. Something magical happened. Daniel spoke without planning. No grammar checking. No translation. Words just came. Sometimes sentences were broken. Sometimes words were missing. But communication happened. And that was enough. Fluency is not smooth English. Fluency is continuous English. Daniel had to speak in front of others. A small group. But still. His old fear tried to return. He didn't try to impress. He didn't try to be correct. He just spoke slowly. People listened. They nodded. They understood. People don't listen to grammar. They listen to confidence and clarity. Daniel stopped saying, "I am learning English." He started saying, "I speak English." That sentence changed everything. When English is part of who you are, your mouth stops asking permission. It just speaks. I am an English speaker. Let it settle. Daniel noticed improvement in pronunciation. Not because he studied sounds, but because he listened daily. Your mouth copies what your ears love. Listening trains pronunciation automatically. Every minute you listen, your accent improves. Without effort. Daniel didn't plan English anymore. He lived it. He thought in English. He reacted in English. He smiled in English. Short daily exposure beats long weekly study. Always. Daniel spoke for 30 minutes. No notes. No fear. Just him. And English. English didn't change him. Consistency did. English was just the bridge. If Daniel trained his mouth, so can you. Not by memorizing rules. Not by chasing perfection. But by listening daily. Speaking imperfectly. Trusting your voice. I am not afraid to speak. My mouth is learning. My English improves every day. This story ends here. But your speaking journey starts now. One sentence. One word. One voice. Speak.